comes to video production, audio is an important feature. Now, I don't believe you guys watch my videos just to see a train go by, you want to feel it. Hundreds or thousands of tons moving. Physics in motion, a force to be reckoned with engines roaring, draft gear banging and rails squealing offer that feeling. And that's why I love rail fanning, seeing trains travel through spectacular scenery, hearing it, but most importantly, feeling raw power. So here's a little bit of history of my filming of trains. So back in 2020, I upgraded from the Nikon D3500 to the Canon EOS 60D as my camera to shoot photographs with. So that freed up the Nikon D3500 for filming. Now, a DSLR is nice for filming trains, but the D3500 does not have an audio input for it. So the only microphone that I was relying on was the one on the side of the body, which would pick up wind noise and was not very directional. So here's an example of that footage for you now.
You can see it, but you can't hear that 1720 getting flogged.
So I decided to upgrade to the Sony AX53 for two reasons. The first one, the 3.5mm audio jack, and two, having mechanical zooming, which on a DSLR, zooming is not very smooth. So yeah, here's an example of that one. I was running with the Rode shotgun microphone on top of that one. So after the Sony AX53, I upgraded to the Panasonic HC-X2000, a fantastic consumer camcorder that shoots 4K in 10-bit 422, which made my color grading much easier, and yeah, as you can see before, the image was not great. And on top of that, I purchased the Sony
Rode
Stereo VideoMic Pro, which had two channels on it, a left and a right, so you could hear the train travel past. Here's an example of that one. So now I'm running off the Panasonic HC-X2, a broadcast quality camcorder that shoots absolutely phenomenal footage. And the reason was that was because the HC-X2000 suffered a blowout in the Hunter Valley, which prematurely wrote it off, and now I've got the HC-X2. But the problem is that I absolutely love the Video Stereo Mic Pro, but the HC-X2 only has XLR inputs for audio, and
oh no, it's not fit, oh no!
Yeah, so here's an example of the footage with the on-top microphone. As you can see, it's alright, but it picks up a lot of wind noise, which is not ideal, and I think that despite having fantastic footage, audio makes it, and when I watch train videos, I don't want to hear wind noises, I want to hear the train, pretty much. So yeah, I will leave a video if the audio is absolutely abysmal, unfortunately. So now, I took it up to North Queensland at around Christmas time 2025 with a single NTG1 shotgun mod. Let's have a look at that. Now, despite the improvements in audio, I was still not satisfied with having one microphone. I've just absolutely fallen in love with stereo as it creates that ambience. So I decided to come up with a way to mount two NTG1s on top of the HDX2. So here's the design here. I wanted at least 30 degrees separation between them, as I reckon less you'd only hear it pretty much straight, and 30 it's not too wide where you're not gonna stray too far away from the sound of the train. So here's a montage of me building it and the end result. So there we go, that's the final product, and the last thing to do was to put some dead cats onto it to prevent the wind noise from getting through. I'm really happy with the result, and it's improved my welding skills a little bit. I've got to make another mount because with the wind cats on, it's conflicting quite a bit, so I've got to make it a little bit taller next time, but it'll do for the time being, and here's some sample footage of that. So that's my audio and camera setup, and yeah, fingers crossed nothing happens to it. Manildra grain trains are now my worst enemy. Nah, jokes aside. But anyway, please comment down below your thoughts and opinions. I would like to hear them, good, bad, or any improvements that you'd like to see. And yeah, look forward to seeing you in the next video. We'll see you later.